Okay, I think we actually did it. We're actually live, and I wasn't prepared. I've been messing around trying to figure this thing out, and now it's working. Okay. Now it's working, and I'm not ready. Don't have water, don't have nothing. I'll be right back. Be right back. Do we have anybody? Is there anybody out there? Hello and welcome to Black Box Trading. I'm your host, JT, and here on the channel we focus on Bitcoin fundamentals and technicals, a little bit of news. We'll talk about the news today. How about that Trump pump, huh? How about that assassination green candle situation? What a wild world, man. It's just crazy out there. I'll leave it at that. Trump, y'all know. We got this whole situation with Trump, which is causing the price of Bitcoin. Well, I don't know. We're not going to go ahead and say that it's causing it, but that's the narrative. What's actually causing the movement in Bitcoin is all the sellers sold. And we told you all the sellers sold end of week last week, a couple days ago. We told you again at the beginning of that week. If you've been watching the channel, we've been saying the bottom's in. And it's a pretty strong move that we're looking at here today. This is a very strong green candle. We got on top of that 7. And day after day, we've been printing candles on top of that 7. We're now above our blue box of resistance here, which is a very positive sign. If we can reclaim this level, what we've been talking about in the private group, private yet free group, is the possibility of this becoming a Wyckoff spring. So it would come up, reclaim the important level, and then begin to break out. If we get that breakout on volume, it's gonna look really good towards this being a spring. Let me get you a diagram of a Wyckoff spring. Too big. Too big to get onto the chart. Let's try this. This isn't exactly, this is more of an accumulation. No, that won't work either. Let's just Google it. Wyckoff reaccumulation. There we go. This is what we're looking at. Oh, this is a whole big thing, whole big article. This is what we're looking at right here. Can we zoom in on that? So, buyer's climax, automatic reaction, secondary test. an up thrust in phase B, and then you have our creek forming into a spring, test, LPS, and out of the consolidation. So this is where we're at right now. Spring is a fake out breakout to the downside. What did we get? We got a fake out breakout to the downside. What do we need now? We need a jump across the creek, which we just confirmed. We just confirmed a jump across the creek. That's this move right here, breaking across the trend line. As you can see right here, this is the creek above that trend line. Now what we need to see is a reclaim and a rally on volume. It has to be on volume. You have to have high volume. If we don't see the volume come in, then I will be apprehensive that this is really turning into a distribution. Or sorry, not apprehensive that it's turning into a distribution. It's going to start looking like it's turning into a distribution. So things are looking good. We got above the 7. We got above the 30. We're reclaiming the 200 EMA. We reclaimed the 200 simple moving average. Things are looking good. You know, we said this in the last time we were online here. I'll just replay you. Market has been and that's it right there. Congrats to the buyers, to the strong hands, the diamond hands, the convicted players, because you would not have bought if you were not convicted to this cycle, if you were not convicted to Bitcoin. So if you didn't buy and you sold, I hate to say it, you are what the market likes to call paper-handed. You are a paper-handed investor. You are emotionally charged. You don't have a plan. You're trying to navigate based on what you think and not based off of what has happened historically in the past. Markets are completely irrational. And if you are going to be emotional in an irrational market, you are going to lose money. I guarantee it. You are going to lose money. You have to take the other side. What everybody is saying is wrong. It's one of the only places in the world where market consensus is incorrect, which is so counterintuitive, because if everybody believes that something is bullish, you just believe that, well, everybody's going to be buying and we'll keep going up. And if everybody believes it's bearish, you just believe that it's going to keep going because everybody's going to sell. It's so counterintuitive. You really got to, you got to flex those muscles. And it's hard to do. So if you continually find yourself on the wrong side of the trade, what I recommend that you do as part of an exercise is do the opposite of what you think, but do it with a small amount. So if you typically, when you're out there trading, a normal position is like 1,000 or 10,000, whatever your position is. If your normal position is 1,000, do your normal position, but hedge it with $100. Do the opposite with $100, because that's going to show you that, okay, yeah, it's not what I think. It's not what everybody's saying. It's not because so-and-so is selling and the Russian government is doing this and the German government is selling all of their confiscated Bitcoin. All of that is nonsense. It's noise. Ignore it. Completely ignore it. I'm very bullish. I'm very bullish. Now, when I say I'm very bullish, there's still one thing fundamentally that I need to see happen in order for us to transition into up only. I'm very bullish because I think the bottom's in. Now, the bottom being in does not mean we go into up only. It doesn't mean that we're just going to go up from here. We have plenty of sideways that we can continue to do for months. What I need to see is the miners becoming profitable again. So this indicator right here, this is the hash ribbons. What this represents is the miners capitulating. Miner capitulation is when the miners aren't making any money, so they start to turn their machines off. They can't afford the electricity. They're not getting enough of a reward for mining, so they turn the machine off. once the market adjusts and the mining market adjusts, there is something that happens every 2 weeks called a Bitcoin mining difficulty adjustment, which means if it's too difficult to mine Bitcoin, the Bitcoin algorithm will actually lower the difficulty and make it easier to make coins. If that happens, then you're going to have more people turning their machines on. So the mining difficulty will adjust. It adjusts every 2 weeks to adjust to how much hardware is online. As soon as the miners start making money again, what are they going to do? They're going to stop selling their Bitcoin. So the miners have two options. They turn their machines off to lower their electricity costs, or they sell some of their Bitcoin to cover the electricity costs, or they do a combination of both. Both are not great for the supply side of Bitcoin. Right now, miners are still selling a lot of Bitcoin onto the market. It's not until they become profitable that they stop selling beyond electricity and start to really hold a lot of Bitcoin on their balance sheets. So take that into consideration. That's what I'm going to want to see. I need to see us trend back up. So I want to see this wave come up and cross above this line right here. And at this point, we will get a buy signal right here. I anticipate that buy signal to come in either at the end of August, the end of next month, or sometime at the beginning of September is when I anticipate that to happen. And when that happens, we will be in up only. That will be the beginning of phase 2 of the bull market. Phase 2 is the most exciting part, by the way. That is what everybody that gets into crypto and tries to make those crazy gains, when the market just sucks everybody in, that's phase 2. Phase 2 is also the end of the price cycle. So the point at which everybody gets sucked in is also the end of the cycle. You head into a bear market, you head into flat for years, about 2 years, 1 year of down, 1 year of sideways. Then 1 year of slow up, that is phase 1. That's what we've been in. Anybody who's been buying in the bear market, you've experienced good gains because phase 1 is not bad. Bitcoin's back up at all-time highs. But phase 2 is when things get very exciting. Phase 2 is when things get very exciting. To put it into perspective here, let's go to the weekly. Let's turn on a logarithmic. Let's make this a little less loud. This is phase 2. This is phase 2. It's the fastest, easiest time to be a trader. This is when everybody becomes a genius. Everybody thinks that trading crypto is super easy, because it is. It is. This is when trading crypto becomes ridiculously easy. It's not for the faint of heart. In any other market condition, you need to know what the fuck you're doing if you're going to be in any other market condition. If you're going to trade any of the 3 other years, you need to know what you're doing, which is why we encourage you guys to get joined up with a good community. Check out our Discord. We have Bangbox is just about to launch. We are going to launch on the 22nd. Bangbox is our scalping bot. It will scalp up to 20%. Maybe we actually took the cap off, so it can scalp more than 20% every couple of days. It's got incredible results. Let's actually take a look at some of those results right now. Let's go to the 15-minute. And in the last 91 trades, it's up 1,470%. In the last 90 trades. And like I was saying, it does a trade like once every 2 days, probably. incredibly exciting stuff. We're very, very proud. We've been refining this for a long time. We want to make sure that it works well. We want to make sure that it is really focused on the risk side. So if you've been in the beta, you've noticed that Bangbox will bail on trades a lot. That's what you want. If the strategy isn't working, if the type of price action that we are hunting for isn't occurring, you want to get out of that trade. So you'll see Bangbox bail on a trade at like 2%. It'll bail on a trade at 2.5% or 3%, because it's looking for that big move, that big 20 to 30% move. And if it doesn't get it right away, it's just going to bail. But you're getting out at break even, or you're getting out at a small profit. And that's the key to success. So if you guys are interested, I'll flash it again. Go ahead and sign up with Bangbox, coming out next Monday, 1 week from now. So get into the Discord or go to blackbox.pro, BLKBOX.pro. Takes 2 seconds to sign up. Blackbox.pro. Sign up for free. Click that. Email, password. That's all we need. You have an account. All right, back on topic. Where are we? Let's take a look back onto the daily. So that's the picture for Bitcoin. That's what we're looking at. We need that reclaim. Just to quickly recap, we need the reclaim, test, break of the resistance. Then we're off to the races. Bitcoin dominance. This is, everybody wants to know when altcoin season starts. It starts when this chart starts going down. Now, this chart has been going up, nothing but up. So it hasn't been altcoin season. Now, don't let what I just said confuse you into thinking that I'm saying that alts don't go up. Alts can go up. It's just they might not be going up fast enough to outperform Bitcoin, or they're just an outlier that's really outperforming the market. But how do you pick that? How do you choose? So, with these outliers, if you got one, congratulations. Solana has been a fantastic outlier. Immutable X has been a really good outlier. Kaspa has been a phenomenal outlier. But there's thousands of other coins. Altcoin season is when it's no longer hard to choose a winner. Altcoin season it's just open season. Everything goes up. Doesn't matter what you're in, it's going up. Doesn't matter if you're an idiot that bought XRP. Sorry, I just had to take a jab. Doesn't matter if you're in Litecoin. Doesn't matter if you're in Cardano. Doesn't matter if you're in any coin out of the thousands of coins, they all go up. And that will not occur until we break below 50. 50% dominance. We keep climbing. We're climbing, probably get up to 60. I think, if Bitcoin really starts to rally, it's going to lead the charge. And alts are not going to lead. Alts are going to follow at first. So Bitcoin will go. It'll lead the charge. The alts will follow. And then eventually enough market confidence in the ability to make money will come in that the alts will then begin to outperform, and then the alts will lead. The alts will be in the leading position, but that only happens once we start to break below. So break below this market structure, and across of this 50, it's full on altcoin season, and we're just going to drop, and it's going to be the fastest, most aggressive, most profitable month and a half. Don't expect to get a ton out of altcoin season. Month and a half, maybe 2 months of absolute insanity. And then it's done. It's over. The whole market cycle is over. Completely done after that. And we go into a bear market. So do be ready. Do be prepared. Do have a finger on the pulse. And by all means, join the Discord, because we've been here many, many times before. We've followed this market cycle many times, and specifically the altcoin cycle. And we will be shouting from the rooftops that this thing is over. So join the Discord if you are interested in our opinion at all. Let's see what ETH BTC is doing. Again, we're below this downtrend. So we're very close. We're very close. I don't want to sound negative and I don't want to sound bearish on alts because I'm not, okay? People can get what I'm saying. People can hear what I'm saying and get it misconstrued with me being bearish. I have been bearish, and I've been rightfully bearish for years. But I'm very, very, very close. We are so close to changing the trend and really transitioning and getting that true rotation into alts. And I think another chart to really watch is ETH BTC, because as soon as we break this downtrend, that's going to be another signal to the market. And this will probably happen before Bitcoin dominance flashes its signal. But ETH BTC will kind of lead the charge and show you that there is a rotation happening. There's a sentiment shift happening. You have a lot of liquidity coming into the altcoin space, and it's time to, you're on your last moments of allocation. I don't think the chat is working, but at least the stream is working, because man, I did like 5 of these streams and I could not figure out what was going on, but at least the stream is working now. So sorry if comments aren't getting through, everybody. I'm just shocked to even be here, if I'm honest with you. Let's see if we can see some of these comments if I go directly onto YouTube. Awesome pump, MG, up 75% on the trade today. Well done. Audio didn't come through on the replay from the last video. I don't even think I said anything on the last video. All right, well, now we got to chat. Okay, so we talked about the state of alts. We talked about ETH BTC. Let's take a look at some alts that have been performing nicely in recent news here. Track finally getting some fundamental pushes here. The validator nodes, the first set of validator nodes just went live hours ago, really. And they sold out immediately. So there is demand. There is demand for the Track ecosystem. There is demand for the Track token. So the first round, I think they did 300 validators. 300 validators at a price of 300 Track each. The next round, I think, is double that. So we'll see, but you know, if the validator program reveals itself to be somewhat profitable, then you're going to see a huge amount of demand for Track. But we're in a similar situation to ETH right now, where we're below this downtrend. So until we can break this downtrend, which by golly, we are close. We are very close to breaking the downtrend here. Until we do break that downtrend, the assumption is that we're going to remain below it. So because we're at the end of this, because we're running out of room here, we're either going to take a leg down or we're going to have a breakout. Given the fundamentals, given the sentiment, I wouldn't be surprised if we do end up on a breakout, but I also wouldn't be surprised if we just come back down and retest the lows. Maybe fake out below $1 or something. But Track is looking good. Sats has also been creeping to the upside. down on our secondary ad, but still ridiculously up on our first. 2,000% up, 25% down. Not a bad comparison, but yeah, similar story here. We're below this downward sloping line of resistance. We could do something like that. No, it doesn't fit. So yeah, we're well below the downward sloping line of resistance. This one is kind of a degenerate play. It's going to need a lot more positive sentiment in the market for it to continue up. Let's take a look at ORDI. ORDI has better sentiment, I suppose, but it also looks not great. So yeah, we definitely need a sentiment shift in the BRC20s and the ordinals to continue to the upside. Any update on GIB? Nope. GIB is just GIB is a fucking long shot. You know, your position size needs to reflect the market cap of GIB. GIB has a tiny market cap. Let me actually show you something on top of the market cap as well to take into consideration with those types of plays. Ordinals wallet. Yeah, let's take a look at the price of GIB. It's there, may as well. 49 sats is the listed price, but I want to draw your attention over here. 24-hour trading volume is 0.01 BTC. When volume is this low, the real price of GIB is $0. It's not worth anything. If we go over to the market synopsis here, we can see that the weekly volume is 0.14 BTC. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's tens of thousands of dollars. That's nothing. Okay. That's really no, not even. What is that? That's like $6,000. That's I'm terrible at math. It's like $9,000, 9 or 10 grand. For the entire week, its price is $0. That's what it's worth. It's worth $0. Okay. And the whole ordinal market is like this. 7-day volume for Epic is good, but it's still 4 Bitcoin. That's it. 4 Bitcoin. That's fucking nothing. That's absolutely nothing. A liquid asset is $50 million a day. This is $250,000 a week. $250,000 a week versus 50 million a day. Huge difference. Massive difference here. So, and then, you know, the second place to Ghosty is not even a Bitcoin, not even half a Bitcoin. So liquidity is a really big issue in the ordinal space. So don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath within it. Don't look at a chart. Don't look at the price. There's absolutely no point in looking at the price because you can see the chart in your head. The chart is a line trapped at 0. And that's not FUD. That's not FUD. That's just me telling you that there's no point in looking at the price until sentiment shifts. Until you see people doing stupid shit in the market again, there's no point in looking at the price. Until you see that mania begin to bubble up again, there's no point in looking at the price because you can't sell it. You can't sell your shit anyways. If you can't sell it, it's not worth anything. All right, what else we got? I think that's it. I think we'll keep it short and broken. Let's keep it short and broken. So thank you all for joining in on the 8th try. It's got to be the 8th try of me trying to get this stream going. I don't know what I did. I don't know how I fixed it. So look forward to the next stream when something else breaks. But until next time, please trade safe. Don't forget to join the Discord, scan the QR code, and get set up. Go to blackbox.pro, blkbox.pro, and get ready for the launch that is happening in a matter of days. The 22nd is when we go live with Bangbox. It's going to completely change the way you trade this market. Get set up, get tucked in. And until next time, please trade safe. It is jungle out there. Peace.